Hello everyone, this is Shelby with Shelby Creations. Welcome back to the Dragon's Den. I'm going to skip around in this one. I may do, other different pages at different times, but I had an idea. And I did like we did with the first page. I just went through with my little set of tweezers and just randomly picked papers. And I did that because I forgot to turn the camera on. I'll be honest, I forgot. And these were the ones that I had pulled. Excuse me, more needed to get under the desk. And I don't know if I'm going to use all of them, but I am going to use some of them. And I went ahead and I inked around the outside, but I do like that as a background. So the other two tape runners I got rid of because they just weren't working. I tried and tried. This one is supposed to be an adhesive dot runner. I've had these things like for ages, so if they don't work, I'm not worried about it. Did that get, ooh, that one worked. And I'm just going around the edges. Well, I suck at this. I don't usually use these. That's why it's... Is there an up and down to this one? I reckon it depends on perspective. So, we're putting that one down there. Now, I'm not putting it all the way over. So, and then I would... Not quite sure what else. Like I said, these were pulled haphazardly. I do like that. But then I also like... I wonder if I could come in, because this is... It feels like handmade paper. I just don't want it to disappear entirely. I did not ink that. I forgot. Well, and yes, I refill my ink too, along with my glue. I think I put too much on. This is really, really dark. I think it's almost time to... Oh my goodness. We can't have that. Yeah, be careful when your sponge starts going, because it will leave little things all over your work. Let's see. See, I could come in with that there, or even like that. I'm not worried about that. That will be taken care of. I'm going to do this one here with a little bit lighter. With some vintage photo. Yes, I know, my page is a little wrinkled. But that's okay. Now, I do this one here. And then we can have that one up there. I think I like that idea. So, I'm going to try and use this up. Do that side, and I come in here and do this side. Because it's going down underneath. So, I'm not worried about where exactly I put it, as long as it's in place. Because this will hold that down. This one, I'll go down this way. Which way do I want that to go? There. That's good. That is good. I'm going to have to, because I need my walnut stain, I'm going to have to replace this. And I'm going to show y'all the easiest way to do it, because there's so much ink in that if I just take it off and throw it away, it is going to, it's going to be wasteful. So, I mean, might as well do this right quick so we can get back to what we are doing. Let's see, where is my sponge? Oops, only need one. So I'm going to pull this out, and in this little bag, because I can use the ink on that for dyeing papers, or not vintage photo, it's walnut stain, and dyeing seam binding. Well, if I can get it off. Right, there's, it doesn't want to come off, but it's going to come off. I just have to get a hold to it. There we go. There. Now, pull that back in there. And nothing on my hands, and the thing is in there. Just like that. Now I can put the new one on. I do it this way so I can see that I'm getting it in the middle. And then ink this one. That's good enough. Just enough to get me through what I'm doing. Put that there. Okay, that one can set that over there. So now we have these that I pulled out. Now, even though you pull out papers, all these papers, doesn't mean you have to use all these papers. You can use bits and pieces of them. See, I think that one is gorgeous. But then it's got the colors for this one here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with inking. See what I mean by too much? But it'll be okay. Now I'm going to tear just the corner here. See that? Because that's going to bring out the colors. I want vintage photo for this edge. I don't think I want something that dark right now. In fact, let me switch these out. Because, I mean, I refilled that like right before I turn the camera on. So it needs to like sit overnight so that the color can get down in there. See, I could do that here. What do you think? You think here would be good? I think here would be good. Let's set that one over there. So, see, let's go down across the bottom. I have to keep moving because the more it keeps running out. And then up here. Just like that. Let me get my jacket off. Because it's getting... It has been cold past couple of days. Well, cooler, I should say. One day we get warm weather. The next day we get cooler weather. I don't know. But I don't think I want the whole thing on here. So I'm going to come in here. And fussy cut out the butterfly. Just roughly. I mean, I'm not getting too particular here. I've still got to get used to these scissors. I mean, they're easier on the hands, yes, but they're so sharp that I'm not used to that much sharpness. I mean, the ones here that I'm using now, it hasn't been too long since I had these sharpened. So they're still, you know, fairly good. These were actually, I think these came with a, oh, what do you call it? A shaver, buzz cut thing that a friend of mine had. And then when he ended up giving it to me. So, go down this one side here. I like that. I do. I like that. That could even cover up. So we've got that one. And I'm not going to leave everything off of here. I want to come in, see, right about here. And just trim it all the way across. Just have this piece. I do like that one. This here. I keep looking at these and I keep thinking, you know, instead of that, why not just use this part? But I do like that one, but I don't want all of it. So, we're going to trim it off. Trim that off. That will give me, that's a bit better. I'm going to go in with the dark one on this. Because I think I'm going to have to refill my vintage photo. We'll see how this does. That one down there. And I do have this still. Yeah, we're gonna crease that and put that half and half. All right, that's on the bottom. I can never figure out which side to roll on half the time with these. See, I can, will it let me peel that piece up? Yeah. No, leave that down. We'll put that down there. Just like that. Well, that didn't go quite right. It didn't get into the crease like I wanted it to. So, there. That'll work. I know, it looks like I am butchering all of this. But, you know, instead of using it as one piece, this gives me like 4 different pieces, depending on how I use it. See, I can come in here this way. That down. And then I've got this little piece here. So just different little pieces from one. So instead of using that whole thing, no. But I do like that one. That's more of the yellow tone that we were using up here. Let me see. Put this one down. And see where we go from there. And then all this other, we've got the pieces left over from these. I'm going to stick that one down here. There needs to be something in between here. And do I want to use that? No, I'm not going to use that one. So this is going into the my scrap bin. Am I going to use this? Nope. I do have the postcard, but I don't really want to use those. Like I said, nothing gets wasted. Ooh, I like that. Just that one little piece of music would do. Or that would work. That would work. I'll cut this out because it's not exactly straight. So I have that one down. Then just cut her out. There. See, and I can put her right there. Now with this one, I would want to do the vintage photo around this edge. But I'm only doing it around 3 edges because that's going to butt up against that. So it almost looks like it's coming out right there. Do I want... I don't want to use the rest of that one, so that goes back in there. What do we have in here that we can use? I haven't pulled this out at all this time so far. But those go into scraps. These are strips of everything, plus tickets. Things like that that I have in here. One of those would be nice. That's a possibility. I'm just going to put down a few possibilities we can work with here. The green. And it's going to be all of the tickets I want to mess with right now. Do we have anything else back here? We got regular strips. Ooh. What are these? Oh, these are stamps. So we have those. Oh, we have bigger tickets. Where did I get? I don't know where. I don't remember where I got those. So could we? Let's see what we've got. I want to use part of this one, not the whole thing. I can use part of that. Do I want any colors? No, I don't like those. I don't want those. Do I want to put any of these on here. Just want one of those. Just one. Okay. So we can put all of those back. Those in there. Put those up. I'm going to go back to these. Switching between scissors. And try to trim this up a little bit better than what it was. I don't know if this was a sticker or, I don't think so. But this is one of Victoria's drawings. She had these made because they went in for necklaces. So when she had the extra and gave them to me, it's like, you know, almost like gold here. Yes, I did remember to refill my glue. That one right there on that page. And this one here. I'm not going to worry about going all the way around, because that end's going to get stuck under there. And in case you haven't noticed, I got tired of messing with this thing. Okay. Now, I know I want the flower up there somewhere, but I don't know where, but it needs a little something, something more. Do we need a label? I got tons of labels in here. I've got little small labels. That one looks nice. My fingers will not fit in there. I've got them too full. I don't think those would be the ones. What else do we have? We need something with a little bit more color to it. That is too big. So, I'm not quite sure what. Now that would give it a bit of pink. Let's go with these. And I know neither one of these are stickers. They're just plain paper. This one here really doesn't need any. So here, that could actually slip under that part there. Yeah, that's where it's going. I have found that I enjoy doing collages a lot more than, you know, trying to figure out, well, I need to put a pocket here, or I got to put that, you know, just all that movement. And then that can go, which one is this? I can finally get my butterfly on. I can finally get my butterfly on. I'll put it right there. There's my butterfly. Then I have this. I know I pulled it out, but I'm wondering where to use it. But I could. Well, how far under there will it go? No, I don't like the way that looks there. May need to come down. We'll do it here. I was going to tear it or put it in a... Ooh, I could. Let's do that. Ah, come on. I know there's glue on you. I just put glue on you. Maybe not enough. No, it doesn't look... I got any on this side. There we go. Okay. But it still looks like it needs something. But I don't know what. Well, let's see what we can find. I had some of these. Not so much the circle things. No, not those. But these, but I think these are all black and white. That would definitely stand out. I got several different kinds. That one's pretty. That would definitely. What about, let's see, there, I don't know if the black and white is what I'm wanting here. But that would work. But I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Y'all help me out here. Oh, I forgot I had these. Let's look at these here. That's a possibility. And these here are words. Not that one. I do like that one. Not that one. That would look good. Just trying to figure out which. Oh, that was backwards. May help if I turn them around the right way. So, music. Which is go that way. Not liking that one. I forgot I had all of these back here. And there's more of these. Let's see, one that I dropped. I have to find it after I get done. Nope, not liking that one. But I do like the lettering. Wonder if there's some here it doesn't have that much. This may be along the same lines. That's a lot. That one or that one. Or is that, was that upside down? I can't tell which is, whether it's upside down or right side up. I think it goes that way. So we can do that one. Down here, I could do that, or where is, that would go that way. So this one or this one. I mean, either way is busy. So I think we're going to stick with that one. What's the other ones? And we chose that one. Then I got all of these in here. See what happens when you buy stuff and then you forget to look at it and see what, remember where you got it or where it's at. Then I do want to, do I need more flowers? That's what I'm wondering. I could put that one right over that one. I think that's what I'm going to do. Just that one. Just that one. You know, sometimes things just click. So, we're down to these. I think our last few little pieces here. So, move this down just a touch. That out. There. I like that. And now, oh, I didn't put that one back away. That's okay, because I got to put the one I dropped back in there. So I will hang on to that for a moment. Hopefully when I peel this off. Doing the sticker technique with this, at times it can pull the gold part off of your sticker there. Okay, this one here I know is going to end up going into that crease. Not using that one, so let's do this way. We'll get it down where we want it to go here. Just like that, and then I'm going to follow it right down into that crease part. And I think we're going to call that done. I know a lot of people say, well, you missed that. It looks kind of in your face there. It does, doesn't it? Then we need to do something with that. We can't let that be all in your face like that. I have these flowers, but underneath those, no, that's not going to work. These are just some little things that I found floating around that I needed to do something with. So I put them in here. Hopefully thinking I would be able to use them. And that would be it. But that's not the case. Because I haven't found anything I could use them on. And everything in here is so big for that little piece. Too big, too big, too big. But it does need something. That's a possibility. Or just the one. No, that's not the right color. We can put the green. I think that's going to do it. I think that's going to do it. I think that will do it. I have like a couple of pieces of tape there. Okay. Now, because we have a dip in here, I'm going to fix the one side and then follow it around with my tweezers. There, that looks better. That looks better. And see, because the pages, this is a beginning right behind the second signature. So I had all this extra, and I didn't want to go put stuff down and have it come all the way over here. But there's our next page. What do y'all think? Not bad. Not bad at all. Like I said, I love doing the collages. I'm not real, big on a lot of interactive stuff, but there probably will be some interactive pages in here. But there will be a lot of collages because we have a ton of supplies. Paper and stickers and everything else. We need to use them because if we don't, then we're never going to have the room to buy more. I know Nikki loves it when I say that. So give it a good crease, make sure everything sticks. There we go. If you like today's page, give me a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. I do read my comments. Trying to get back to Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday for videos. We used to have Tuesday and Thursday as journaling days. That may change. That may stay the same. Currently, I have no idea. It depends on, on how things go. Because at the time we were doing two journals. Now we've only got the one. So, but we'll see. Any little tips, hints, or tricks that you want to learn, leave them in the comments below. And I don't know everything, but and there's a lot of things out there I would love to learn. So if we could learn them together, that would be fantastic. So that's going to be for today. Like I said, if you've enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. If you're a subscriber, thank you. If you are not yet, please consider subscribing to my channel. And until next time, bye guys.